Pat Spillane, talk me through this brawl. What did you make of all of this? Because this was ugly.
It was indeed, and this was the showpiece for Gaelic football today. And it started here with John McDermott dropping the ball. Ray Dempsey wrestles, and here comes the first blow where Dempsey hits Darren Fay. Anthony Finnerty comes in just to finish him off a little bit and gives him a touch of the elbow. And here you have, just in the next one then, Colm Coyle in the background hitting Finnerty. This is Colm's first punch. Finnerty, delayed reaction, looks around, sees Martin O'Connell come in and thinks that the best action is to go down. Here John Casey jump in to readjust John McDermott's head a little bit. And here I think you have probably the worst incident. Inda McManus following through with a stiff arm tackle on John Casey. Here, Liam McHale arrives, jumps in, and a wonderful gap opens up. He hits no one at all and goes straight through. But unfortunately, the entire county of Meath seemed to come on top of him, and the poor man got an awful killing in this incident, you know. And all hell broke loose, and it was very unfortunate. The umpire came out at this stage, but in his wisdom, he removed himself. He removed himself again. At this case, I mean, it's everyone is at it, you know. But he can see McHale, and this is where we can highlight. He sees McHale and McDermott grappling. He's looking at them, and here you can see that McHale does strike. In the background you can see some wonderful punches as well. A couple of great examples of slow waltzes and whatever like that. Now McHale was caught by the referee. He was caught striking. He was unfortunate. Again, look, there's poor Ray Dempsey got two more extra punches from Colm Coyle. And here in this instance, watch Jimmy McGuinness, number 8. He arrives on the scene. He exercises his right leg a little bit here, stretching, I presume. Continues on then, and he meets Colm McMinimum. Watch him there. He's looking for a little bit of action. He looks around. He just tries to trip some fella. Runs along, and who does he meet but the unfortunate Colm McMinimum? He does a little bit of nice little sumo wrestling impersonation here. Fair play to McMinimum, he held his ground, and McGuinness couldn't drop him. So McGuinness leaves McMinimum. But it wasn't all over again. In a short while, you'll see he'll actually come back again. Look, there's McMinimum after finishing. Back again, he says, I must finish off this action. And I'll tell you this, he'd make Michael flatly eat his heart out, because this is a wonderful high leg action here by him. Look, it's a wonderful stretch in the right foot.
But the thing about all this, and Tony Davis, obviously you have a comment about it as well, I mean, this is only some of what was going on. I mean, this, at the time that it was happening, looked really kind of frightful.
Yeah, it really has no place in our game. But the adage is one in, all in, and I'm sure that's what everyone's saying.
What you might note in that, sorry, is Paddy Russell has watched two instances. He's watched Noel Keneally hitting Trevor Giles, and he's watched Graham Garrity coming in and hitting Trevor Giles. So now Russell in that instance, and the poor man had a bad year last year from us, but he actually saw the two guys hitting, you know. And we could have highlighted a lot more instances. There was 8 striking offences there.
Yeah, but what about this thing that you're going to take up? Because, I mean, this whole business in Gaelic games of one in, all in, yeah, you have to be seen to be the macho man in it all.
Exactly. Actually, the one that should be penalised is the next one in, I feel, after the initial foul. But Pat had no choice today, but I think to stamp his authority on that and send someone off. He could have sent anybody off. Liam McHale was unlucky that he turned around and was caught. It could have been absolutely anybody, but someone had to go. OK, you could call the two captains aside and give them a warning, but it was a disgraceful scene, and somebody had to walk.
Yeah, I think McHale was the unluckiest because, like I said, there was a lot of striking offences, but poor McHale being 6'5" and 10, he was very noticeable in the crowd. Kyle you'll probably pick out anyway. Don't know. What I'd love to see, I mean, poor old Jack Bootman sitting alongside the President Robinson and trying to wonder whether there's rain in the clouds overhead, Mary, I wonder.